and you may be beating Ronald Araujo a couple of times, we have seen Ronald
to support, and how often he stays to support two guys that are what
in the last game was a shot from Vinicius that was deflected by Araujo.
Los que no hay mañana, solo hay que ir a la Champions del año pasado, por ejemplo. Ese es
hasta el momento actual, ¿no? Que está atravesando el Barça, si lo quisiéramos agregar, ¿no?
Claro,
o sea, el Barça que se ha querido vender.
Es coherente Xavi.
Sí.
No, o sea,
the final. So what do you think, Naka?
Well, they're in pole position on this run, just to start pegging Real Madrid back, but you're right, Ian. So many
Still hanging over Barcelona as they face corruption charges relating
to Osasuna, who the winners of this game will meet in the final, but whoever does
weekend win. And a reminder that Dembele and Pedri are to midfield. Camavinga will be at left back. David Alaba, who's missed the last.
But there's lots of other subplots, isn't he, this evening, of course.
Leading by a goal to nil from the first leg. This is the second leg. Slightly more gung-ho approach from them, I wonder, tonight. So an early chance here as Kroos swings in that ball, but there's
out of the light so well. Gavi, what a clearance that was. Camavinga, the unaccustomed Real Madrid left back, but he was needed there. A lightning break from Barca.
Yeah, that's what they've got to look for, that little counter-attack. And
full of belief here, Barca, with every reason. That seemed to be on the upper body.
It's going to be a difficult enough job.
Yeah, but they haven't won since 2002, have they, Brazil? No. 70th minute, there might have been Rafinha to Lewandowski here. Look pretty up for this, don't they, Barca? The break in behind it was Rafinha. Camera beat it wide, Balde back in again, and then Lewandowski.
the level of confidence is not all that high against Ronald Araujo, whereas Ronald Araujo is feeling good about himself because he has been very effective.
Again,
if you're Vini Jr., look at the
win themselves over Real Valladolid. Rodrigo getting involved here. Vinicius couldn't turn it in. It seemed he had to.
Brilliant goal. Brilliant defensively. By Ronald Araujo gets his body.
Carvajal inside. Rodrigo. Carvajal continues with his run to the ever-willing Balde. They've been on a great run in the competition. This Kessie was... ahead to it, but the record. Balde again. It's a major... His velvet touch. The Rafinha, whose first touch wasn't the one he wanted.
Defensive like that.
Yeah, nice piece.
Yeah.
Militao has got a shot from behind, didn't he? But given a corner. Look at the referee there, nothing doing. A good. Vinicius, that's a lovely idea, isn't it? Ter Stegen had read it. Rodrigo. Early ball in. Rodrigo had made that run and couldn't quite get his feet.
The pressure will always build on the manager. It shouldn't affect the players whatsoever, to be very honest.
Play it in. Camavinga not really away. On making sure they get as many of the opposition onto yellow cards as quickly as possible. This young left back, look at this. Balde, on and on he goes. Kroos. Benzema. He's capable of extraordinary things even from angle. Ivorian again linking this time with Gavi, who's got a bit of space to pick position. Looking to bend one through. Recent one to Mallorca, wasn't there? Now managing his minutes, Benzema on it. Benzema looking to work something with Rodrigo there. Now Vinicius, more central this time, looking to go past them all. Big goal that, Balde to play it in. Lewandowski! Great save! Militao's going to get there first. One side, Benzema the other. Vinicius, massive chance. Stopped on the line, no, it's in. It crossed the line, I think, before Benzema got there. Doesn't matter who they give it to. Real Madrid are back level, back in business in this semi-final.
What 60 seconds of football we've just seen. For an amazing save from Thibaut Courtois to keep Real Madrid afloat. They whiz down the other end, and we think it'll be Vinicius Jr. gets his goal.
A ludicrous argument.
Yes, absolutely.
Time's up. The referee blows. Real Madrid break, and we think Vinicius should be credited. Luka Modric was left out at the weekend, and I think that'll be the way of it from now on. Modric looked like a handball by Vinicius Jr. Has gone past Araujo that time. Can they add to the lead here? Are Real Madrid going to turn this thing around on the night now? Real Madrid have got them on the run at the moment. Benzema's made it 2. No argument about that one. Karim Benzema strikes, and Real Madrid have turned this tie on its head from being a goal down. They now lead 2-1 on aggregate.
Yeah, it was brilliant by Luka Modric. Bursts into the space. He knows that Sergio Roberto cannot touch him, cannot bring him down, because he's already had a yellow card. So he almost backs out of the challenge. The pitch opens up for Karim Benzema
here. Did well. Balde's going to try his luck. He deflected, and still Courtois made a save. It's a lovely ball. Modric to Carvajal. Benzema's waiting in the middle.
Offside, I think.
Yeah.
It's a good run from that.
This time Rafinha to get it in, but that'll be harmless enough. Yeah. And Ansu Fati, both on the bench tonight. Rafinha has got the better of Camavinga, as he know. Camavinga got back, importantly. Got a curled in, goes a long way. There was a little flick by Araujo, but not the flicky one here. Looking to get back in it. Rafinha, and with his slightly weaker right foot, he decided he's going to try and go alone. Araujo got it back and pokes it goalwards. Well, that would have been some goal if Ronald Araujo, after all of that, had scored.
There was a collection of errors
for Barcelona. They're looking a big threat. Camavinga.
Oh, penalty.
Yep.
Frank
Silly
Hessier
challenge.
And Vinicius Jr. Ian.
Hello.
And you're right.
And he does exactly that. There wasn't ever any doubt, was there? Karim Benzema again. That's 5 in the last 2 matches.
Yeah, great hat-trick at the weekend. He'll be almost claiming the goal for Vinicius in the first half, another hat-trick, but anyway, he definitely got 2. For all the moving rounds of ter Stegen on the goal line.
And that's another loose ball from Alonso, and they're going to add to the lead, are they here now? This season against this opposition, Benzema, they want to rub it in, don't they?
Everywhere.
And space is a problem for any team facing them. If you give, can they come up with something here? Barcelona. Lewandowski was. Koundé missed it, and Benzema missed it as well. There's a chance almost with every break. Vinicius, Benzema, surely. Yep. And that is it. Game, set, match. 10 minutes to go. Benzema, another hat-trick. That's 2 in 2 games.
And what a hat-trick, Ian. What a hat-trick. And it was brilliant, brilliant by Vinicius Jr. He got the first goal today. And he has put this on the proverbial plate for Karim Benzema for his hat-trick.
In history. Balde here, looking for consolation prizes now.
Type in the name Djokovic on Twitter and you will see a stream of his fans trying to claim the mainstream media are out to get their man by promoting an agenda that only they can see. A little like the Make America Great Again tribe that have been supporting Trump in his courtroom drama involving adult movie star Stormy Daniels in New York this week, those who want to believe one agenda will not listen to those promoting other. The reality is that the tennis media want the best players in the world on the court competing against each other, and that explains why there was universal disappointment over Djokovic's absence from the Indian Wells and Miami Open Masters events last month. Now there is renewed annoyance that next week's Monte Carlo Masters will not provide the stage for the eagerly anticipated clash between world number 1 Djokovic and the player dethroned from that position last week, Spain's Carlos Alcaraz. We won't get a full picture on who is the true king of tennis until Djokovic and Alcaraz lock horns at least once, and even if the Spaniard comes out on top, that will not end the debate for their cheering on Novak. The truth is, sport is not subjective, as when you have the blinkers on and are supporting one player or team, everyone else is viewed as the enemy. Yet the vast majority of the tennis public see the bigger picture, and that explains why many are now suggesting Djokovic's days as the dominant player in the game may already be over. His immaculate performances winning Wimbledon last summer, the ATP Finals at the end of 2022, and majestic display at the Australian Open in January would suggest he is still the man to beat on the ATP Tour. Yet the sands of time catch up with every player, and with his 36th birthday approaching next month, Djokovic appears to have more threats to his dominance than ever before. Alcaraz is the obvious contender to take over as the world number 1, yet Italy's Jannik Sinner has also taken his game to the next level this year. Daniil Medvedev is back to his very best and has already beaten Djokovic in 2023, while Rafael Nadal should be back in the mix by the time we get to the French Open next month. Over the last decade and more, the chasing pack have always been a long way behind the game's big three, with Djokovic, Nadal and Roger Federer generally coming out on top when the young guns dared to shoot them down. Now the wannabes seem to be a very different caliber. In Alcaraz, tennis has a live contender who has already won a Grand Slam title and has beaten Djokovic. Medvedev is in a similar position, with the winning mentality required to get over the finishing line in a major championship final only attained by those who have a proven record of getting there. Nick Kyrgios will also be back in the mix to throw his unpredictable big serves into this narrative, and Stefanos Tsitsipas will also be a threat when he recovers from his injury problems. It means that for the first time in his glorious career, Djokovic has youthful rivals in his midst who have all been world number 1, have won Grand Slam titles, and know they can beat him. This will change the dynamic when the Serbian aims to win his 23rd Grand Slam at the French Open and Wimbledon this summer, with a handful of rivals now entering a battle with Djokovic boasting a more ambitious mindset. That reality will doubtless motivate Djokovic to continue his dominance for a few years at least, but the tipping point that ends the era of the big three winning everything in tennis may already have passed. The next few weeks will tell us whether the old guard still has a few moments of glory left in them. Type in the name Djokovic on Twitter and you will see a stream